Yo, welcome to Only on Fridays, brought to you by Entertainment Brand and Business, where we bring you the narrative from the DMV. My name is Andrew Bempa.
I'm Riyadh.
Emmanuel.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Fule coming back once again. You hear me?
Yo, and first topic we're going to talk about is Quincy Jones in his interview with Vulture talking about Michael Jackson as well as no innovation in pop music today. So what are y'all's thoughts?
Dude, Michael, when I heard about Michael, it kind of broke my heart a little bit, to be honest. Like, the fact that he stole so much music. I thought that was just him, like, hearing all this sound and stuff, sonic sound.
So you believe Quincy
Dude,
when he said Michael stole?
Dude, I trust the man. Like, I
Long
think
you believed in Santa Claus, man.
I think he knows a lot about, like, the music industry and stuff. So the fact that he said something like that, that makes me question what's going on. So.
But the thing is, that kind of practice was kind of like normal back then, you know? Like, a lot of people like collaborate music and they weren't given credit. I mean, that still happens now, but throwing Michael under the bus like that, like he committed a huge crime. Like, that was just normal back then. People like
No,
got
to
on
be
it
fair, you
and
gotta
they huffed
understand
him
though, Quincy
and then
actually
go.
worked with Michael Jackson directly, though.
Yeah.
So,
But I also know like royalties weren't as big of a thing back then. Like
Nobody got paid music back then.
But
like that.
still, like the fact that people worked on like those songs, those like popular songs, and then they didn't get credit. That's
Hey, you
true.
can't steal Motown 25, man. He still had the dance moves. He still
Yeah,
entertained
very
the
true.
thriller.
That's
You
very
can't
true.
you can't take that entertainment aspect away from him.
Yeah.
You could take the music part, but the way his entertainment value struck after Motown 25 just alone, I don't
Still
know.
got
I'm
that
just
white
saying.
glove.
I definitely feel like
It's sparkling
he
growth.
still has that talent to bring all those pieces together. But
Sure.
still, I think he should have at least said thank you or like put some names down for people that actually contributed to the project.
But does that really fall on him or his manager?
I think it falls on him because in the article they were saying that basically he would complain about like those things, like who gets the credit, who gets 10%. He would complain about those kind of
Yeah,
things.
Charlie, man, he's a grown man. His manager ain't gotta be like, yo, you gotta give him credit,
Yeah.
man. You gotta
Yeah.
man up, boss up.
At the end of the day, the manager works for the artist.
Yeah.
and, like,
That's
the fact
true.
that-
But thing is, I understand. But like, the thing is, when we remember about Michael Jackson is like, the songs are good, but like, it's a performance. The way he delivered them is how we were like, oh my
Yeah.
god, that's what stole the song to us.
Definitely.
It's not just like because like, it got composed right. Like, no, it's just the way he performed it, the music video, when he's in concert. Like, people faint when they see him
Like
in
you
concert.
can't listen to Thriller without doing.
You can't do it. It's
Like,
literally, it's
sure.
like the way he presented it is all like that. Maybe that's why he's like, the song is big because of the way I sold it to people as a reason it's big.
Yeah.
So why should they get credit for something he did himself?
Middle
Because
school.
they made it.
Middle school.
He actually made the song.
That's
You know,
real.
like, but this was like the 70s and 80s. People didn't get
But to be
paid.
fair,
they
though-
were like horrible contracts.
Exactly.
Like, nobody got paid except for like the main dude.
I mean, that happens modern day, and people fucking like they hate it. They just
Yeah.
hate it. So.
Michael Jackson, iconic. Middle school, I still had the white sock, man. With the dress shoes, man. You feel me?
The high
Still had
waters.
that. Nah, I ain't have hot waters, man. You got the wrong guy, man. I ain't had no hot waters, man. I had hot waters. I had to just flash the white socks, man. I ain't had no hot waters, man.
Nah, but like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, he was this iconic person in the music business that once he put it out there, people were just like, Michael Jackson did this, and he was like, only Michael Jackson, like, because he's a genius. That's why like he did this, the way he performed, the way he sold it to everybody. They were like, that's why he's getting credit for everything.
And to be
I
fair-
don't have no problem with that.
And to be fair, Quincy Jones wouldn't have even worked with him in the first place if he wasn't a talented dude. And he is considered to be the king of pop.
Exactly.
Yo.
There. Right there. And right there.
Yeah,
He's
what
king
the
of
hell
pop.
did else Quincy Jones talk about? Man, I heard he was rapping about a lot of shit, man.
He also talked about with pop music, all of it being the same nowadays, which is a common thing you hear from people that tend to be his age. But of course, it's Quincy Jones, so people are going to take it more seriously.
Yeah, people actually listen. When it's
Yeah.
Quincy Jones.
But I mean, thing is, it's like the old heads saying the new kids and sounding right because
Yeah.
back then it was more about the lyrics, with the way it was.
I mean,
now
but
it's-
like even with that, he bashed a lot of old school pop and rock and roll. Like he
Yeah.
bashed
Yeah,
the
that's
Beatles,
true.
he bashed Jimi Hendrix.
Yep, that's true.
Like I'm trying to figure out what he does like.
Maybe he would just assault
I
you.
mean, he did mention that he does like what Chance the Rapper's doing, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars. So he did mention those three as really talented individuals in today's world of pop music.
Yeah. He also had like an interview with Khalid.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he pretty much talked about like music and just being a music producer and just being like a musician in general. And like what he loves is like when someone knows how to like read and write music. Like actually
That is
knows
true.
music.
Like one of the biggest things he
Yeah.
talked about in the interview was a lot of artists today don't really study music
Yeah.
and don't really know all of the intricacies that actually go into music.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I respect that, and I totally like. I agree. Like
Yeah.
knowing people in the music industry, and like knowing myself, and just like hearing the music that happens nowadays. Like another thing that he said was like a lot of like pop music is just loops. You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing new. There's nothing.
I mean, I was a music major, so like that actually really speaks to me.
Yeah.
Like I know all the theory behind like most of these songs and stuff. Like I listen to Adele and like I cringe because I know like the way she's singing isn't like proper singing,
Yeah.
and like
Wait, Adele doesn't sing proper?
I mean she sings really really well, but like she's not singing the way like a choral singer sings to.
Is that a bad thing?
Well,
Mm.
the way a choral singer sings is they sing to make sure their voice stays healthy. And she doesn't do that.
If you don't care about her vocal cords, why should I, man?
I mean, vocal cords are everything.
What is you saying, bro?
No, like
But she's a good.
vocals are everything for a singer.
I understand where you're coming from. Like you don't want to like strain your voice, and that's like something that happens in a lot of like pop music.
Yeah.
I actually do like vocal training, and like my teacher countlessly. It's like every time I give them an example of something that I want to like strive to get well at or whatever, they're always like, "Yeah, that person's training their voice. You could do way better than that."
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know. So
like even like legendary people with great voices, like Adam Levine. Like
Yeah.
I've heard him like destroy his voice just doing some of these songs.
And that's the thing, like that's what Quincy's saying. Like he sees that there is talent, but like the younger generation aren't looking back at the past music, like what's going on, like
And
with
innovating
music.
from that.
Yes, and like learning from the past, because we need. And I think he said this in the article, but he said we need to know our past so we know where we're going. And that's huge. I think that's
I feel you.
yeah.
Though you sometimes wonder if there can be such a thing as too much change, which brings us into talking about Snapchat and how they ended up switching up their entire format. To be fair, Snapchat is apparently losing money.
Yes.
So when you're losing money, you don't
It
want to
makes-
be like another Blockbuster, as we've said in previous topics, and stay the same. You actually want to switch it up.
But does
but-
that mean you want to do something that's gonna make less people use your app?
Hey,
like,
you ever see
lose
a
even
guy?
more money?
You ever see someone going broke, man? They'll do anything, man. They'll do anything.
I mean, they're literally like they have their back against the wall.
Back
They're
against the wall.
losing so
Yeah.
much money, and any change, anything new is like
So-
a positive for them. That's what they
What's
look
the
at it.
reason that they're losing money? Like, do y'all,
Revenue wise,
You gotta understand, like, Facebook is a huge giant within the social media industry. Like, Twitter has talked about losing money. Snapchat's talked about losing money. Facebook is doing good.
Yeah.
Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah.
And basically all that Instagram has done is take everything that Snapchat was innovating and making it their own thing, making it better. And the thing is, because Facebook already has such a huge following, they've been able to add those people to Instagram. So,
yeah. And the thing is, like Twitter actually just started making money for the first time, like
Exactly.
this year. Like that
Exactly.
was the crazy part. And Snapchat now is on the back heel, and the thing is, they had the chance to be bought out by Facebook and be integrated with Instagram. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For $1 billion.
Billion.
And then the owner of Snapchat wrote a letter to Mark Zuckerberg, literally telling him to F off in a nice way. You know what I'm saying?
in a nice way. How you tell someone to F off in a nice way, bro?
well, like in
Come on,
a creative, like, you know, like,
Creative.
thank you for the offer, but you could take that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, that professional.
in a
the
professional, like you could,
man.
exactly. And then, Mark was like, okay, cool. So he took Instagram and he put all the features Snapchat had
exactly.
into Instagram.
Hey, that's
And
what you
he
gotta do.
killed
The
it.
worst part about it is they didn't have to
Killing
be creative at all.
You
Snapchat.
could have just.
but like,
And Snapchat is dying.
but I've never been a fan of Instagram stories though. Like I always liked the Snapchat like aesthetic better.
But thing is, they were losing so much money compared to like because of the advertising and all this sponsorship they had. And I mean, not sponsorship, but like all the deals they have and everything.
And Instagram just has more users in general too.
It's just Instagram. And the thing is like Snapchat. It's a 6-second thing. Yeah, it was quick, but you can't have that much. You can't make a lot of money on just 6 seconds. Like they can't charge advertisers that much money.
That's why Vine went down.
That's exactly Vine died because of the source.
That's true.
You can't charge somebody $1 million for only 6 seconds. You know, I'm just like I'm not gonna pay you that much.
Yep, that's true.
Instagram, you can put what is it? Well, I don't
60
know.
seconds.
60
A
seconds.
minute.
Video.
That's a commercial right there.
That's a commercial.
You can put it on Instagram.
And it's probably just easier to advertise on Instagram too, just because the way Snapchat is structured, it's just like to hold on to it for a few seconds, like nothing is ever permanent.
Exactly.
I think their best bet would have been honestly selling to Facebook, because then Facebook could have brought them into their marketing campaign.
Because Snapchat was like at the height. And then Facebook, I would give you $1 billion. They were like, we're doing good right now, man. But thing is, they were still not making money, but they were growing.
Yeah, they were growing.
They were making money, but they were growing. They were like, there's potential. Because they saw like, I don't know what, Twitter was growing.
Yeah.
Facebook was like it was growing, but it wasn't making that much money at first. But then it popped off, and then now it's making a lot of money. Snapchat thought they were going to be like that. But Mark was like, I'm going to take your idea and put it Instagram and then kill them all.
Hey, the crazy thing is he straight stole their ideas. Like, he just straight stole their ideas and used it.
I'm taking my business to Instagram, man. You know what? It won't kill my battery either, man. I'm tired of looking through people's stories and all that, man. I don't even know how it works. They should have sent the manual with it, man.
I mean, I know I'm still going to be using Snapchat, but like, even if it's on the downfall, like, I'm still going to use it. I'm just not going to enjoy it as much. Like,
what is it, punishment?
Yeah, you don't got to use it. You don't got to use it.
I mean,
they ain't paying me. They ain't paying me.
Sooner enough they'll kill it, but okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But other than that, like this week, I mean, Snapchat went out. But other than that, the other big thing that happened was the trade that happened in the Cavaliers when they traded the entire bench.
Not just the bench. They traded IT and Crowder, 2 starters, off to Crowder was traded to the Utah Jazz. IT was traded to the Lakers. Basically, they revamped their entire team.
Yeah, because they were just awful. Too many old people on the team. They were like, get rid of
the only
grandpa.
thing I hate about Isaiah Thomas, how does dude come in the team and start hosting team meetings? Dude just got there, bro.
So the best way for Riyadh and Charlie to understand it is basically just trying to help y'all out. Just
throwing us under the bus.
Basically,
very sick guy, man. Yeah, great sports knowledge, man.
Well, we got a lot of the people, man.
The viewers is on.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, imagine having these 2 people that just came into your job, basically acting like they were the leads, your manager, speaking for you and acting like they knew what they were talking about, and basically criticizing everybody else who's already been established. Like, you've already been established as a sound engineer, and you have a new guy coming in who isn't even good anymore, even good, and he's acting like he's the leader of the team.
Everything, man.
I mean,
exactly.
Didn't the team do really bad last year or something? Like,
the Cavs were good last year. They went to the finals,
okay.
But they were doing terrible this year.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, with IT and Crowder,
they were losing like 22-point leads.
They gave up 148 points.
But doesn't that kind of relate to the Snapchat thing? Like, if things aren't working, you change it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
Man, we getting too far. It's different.
They've done really well in the past, though.
They've done really well, but they just needed the right pieces.
Yeah, this year.
They just needed the right pieces. So they got the right pieces, and now they're playing really good.
Really good.
They've won 2 games in a row since the trade. So.
And the thing is, the new players started playing like immediately.
Yeah.
It wasn't like transition, like let's go right now.
It's funny. The bad players, they made all these excuses like it's the system. Bro, you're wide open, bro. What does the system got to do with your jump shot, man?
At the end of the day, basketball is basketball. If you can't knock down an open shot, you can't blame the system.
You got to put the ball in the net, IT. Ball in the net. Crowder, ball in the net.
Yeah, we love y'all. It's like, nah, I'm lying, man.
Wizards, bro. Wizards all day, son.
with you, man.
Wizards.
Nah, he probably gonna whip my ass. Nah, he 5'9". I ain't worried about it.
Probably just step over him.
Nah, man, you just gotta make a jump shot. You can't block it, so you're good.
Exactly.
I get you a Nerf hoop for your birthday, man. Nerf hoop, man. Make it 7 feet, man. You can dunk on that.
Oh man,
I can dunk on
you're
that.
wilding out here, man.
All right.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to Only on Fridays, brought to you by Entertainment Brand and Business. Make sure to follow us at Entertainment Brand and Business on Facebook and Instagram, as well as EBB_DMV at Twitter. Until next time, y'all take care. Peace.
Peace out.